Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa and today we're going to be looking into your love life in the upcoming month of February. So in this reading, we're going to be taking a look at the energies, events, and situations of the highest significance presenting themselves to you as you're navigating the month of February. Let's go ahead and get into a couple of disclaimers. First and foremost, keep in mind this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate specifically to you and your situation. Other messages may not. If it doesn't apply, if it doesn't feel like it's fitting your situation, just release it and let it go. Do not allow it to get you upset because, again, it is not a personal reading. It is a general reading. If you guys did want to book a personal reading with me, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're going to be working with 3 piles today. For pile number 1, we have some rose quartz. Pile number 2, we have some strawberry quartz. And pile number 3, we have this Amazonite. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your love life in this upcoming month ahead. Go ahead and choose the card or crystal you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected pile. See you there. Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out this rose quartz palm stone, this will be your reading for your love life in the month of February. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards. So starting off the month, you've got the 5 of arrows, the 3 of staves, the Princess of Cups, and the Magician. Okay. I feel like going into the month of February, you guys are kind of in this space where you might be feeling a little bit guarded with someone or feeling a little bit like you don't want to be vulnerable with someone. There's like an uncomfortability with sort of letting your guard down, being vulnerable, and just being authentic in who you are or expressing how you authentically feel. I'm really being drawn in this card to how she's sort of like holding these arrows and intuitively I just kind of feel like it's this energy of keeping cards close to the chest, but then she's also reaching for this person who's kind of walking away from her, right? Or in this card, it's an angel. So it feels like this energy of you guys wanting closeness with someone, wanting to be vulnerable with someone, wanting to connect with someone, but feeling a little bit fearful about like really dropping your guard. This could be a connection for some of you that's more of a long distance connection with the 3 of Wands being here. There could be travel or distance involved with this situation as well. But there's an energy of kind of looking forward into the future. The 3 of Wands is about planning. It's about what's next, what's ahead, and how are we going to achieve it. The 3 of Wands can also be about waiting for somebody to come back as well. I think for those of you that are in a connection with someone, there could be conversations that need to be had about like the future of the connection or what plans we have for the connection. Where is this connection going? Where do we see it ultimately long term? And there could be some fear around being vulnerable and expressing like how you want things to pan out with this person or this situation. There's definitely love here with the page or this is the Page of Cups. I do feel like there are genuine feelings with this situation. But again, like the Page of Cups is sort of like when we're just starting to feel comfortable to express. It's kind of like a shy sort of crush energy. It's new type of energy, which makes a lot of sense because maybe for some of you guys, it just feels like it's like this story of like being afraid to tell someone how you really feel. And so maybe you sort of are self-sabotaging and acting in a way that's not congruent with how you feel because you're afraid of being hurt. But I feel like there is going to be a moment here in February where you're able to kind of get on the same page with this person, or at least have some sort of conversation pertaining to the future. And I think that type of energy, that type of conversation is going to help you guys to feel a lot more comfortable with starting to express how you feel. Hence the page or the princess in this particular deck. You guys also are ending out the month of February with the Magician. It's almost like with the Magician and the Page of Cups, like there's this energy of working on the skill of emotional expression. Like it feels like you're coming a long way from where we start the month of February to where we end the month of February, because Magician energy is about like having all the tools and skills that you need to be able to create the outcome that you desire. And I feel like in this instance, one of the skills that you guys need to be able to make, or one of the skills you need to fine tune is communication, the way you're emotionally expressing to someone. Let me see. Let's continue. So what's happening in love for pile number 1 during the month of February? It's interesting though, you guys, because it's like when I'm looking at these cards, it's like in all of the cards where we have two people, it's like we have the masculine depicted person like moving away with the feminine reaching for them. In this card, it's like two people coming together, but like notice how we have one person, the masculine depicted person, like looking away. They have their back to us, you know? So it feels like you guys could be dealing with someone this month who's not exactly emotionally available either. And so if that is the case, it's like, it's no wonder that you might be struggling with opening up and being vulnerable to this person. You know what I mean? So let's see for pile. Ooh, okay. So we do have grass is greener coming out of the deck. Let's see what else we get for pile 1 in love in the month of February. Ooh, we have the snake energy, and this one wants to come out. We have romantic feelings. But we do have crossroads coming up at the bottom of the deck, which I think makes a lot of sense. It feels like this is a situation where it's like we have to kind of decide what it is that we want to do, how we want to move forward, what's going to be the plan. Are we going to get on the same page? What door are we going to take? What path are we going to take? And I feel like that's like where you guys need to be having this conversation. But I definitely can see here at the beginning of the month with grass is greener that maybe there's this questioning of like, could I do better with someone else? Could I get better from someone else? If I were to explore new and different opportunities, would I be able to find a higher level of fulfillment with them and have my needs met, right? For some of you guys, it could be that you are the energy that's moving away from this situation. Because again, with snake, this is an energy of things being hidden. This is an energy of kind of being in fear, being in a defensive stance, kind of like the 5 of arrows here. A protective stance is how the snake is coiled here, is very protective over itself. You know what I mean? And so this could be both people in this connection, but it could also be one person in particular. But this energy is showing up as significant here. There's like, even when you're in a place where it feels like you could be getting things on track potentially, or at least trying to come together and have a conversation with this person and plan ahead for the future, there's still this lingering stuff beneath the surface here. And ultimately at the end of the month with romantic feelings, I mean, it feels like an energy of trying to work together to create the type of love and the type of connection that you desire. Okay, let's continue. What else does pile 1 need to know about their love life this month? We have soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. I think that is sort of why there's this energy of the grass being greener. Like, I think that the words on this card are really powerful. And I think that you guys might be questioning, like, if the situation that you're in February is really in alignment with how you feel you should be treated here. Because I feel that this group does desire a partner who is going to love, accept, and respect them unconditionally and not walk away when things get tough or be emotionally distant or unavailable to them. And so for a lot of you guys, I was almost getting that there could be this energy at the end of the month of February where you still have love for this person, you still care for this person, but it almost feels like after a period of separation from them that you guys might be moving on to bigger and better things, trying to manifest something new and different toward the end of the month of February. There's like this looking back energy here, reflecting on what you've been through so far and needing to make a choice. Let's see. We have past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. So this person that you guys are connecting with this month is definitely a soulmate. It's a version of a soulmate, but look, we have balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. And that makes a lot of sense. Like, a lot of times when I see the snake in my love readings, I associate this with someone in a connection who is not able to like regulate on their own. You know, it's like they are reliant on somebody else as a source of warmth, you know, like a snake is. It cannot regulate its own body temperature. It needs an outside source to keep itself warm. And that kind of makes sense with balance being here. It's like somebody is sort of an energy vampire toward the other one in this situation. And I feel like you guys are maybe with the past life love coming up, this often talks about lessons, right? Like this connection could feel really intense for whatever reason, and maybe you can't really put your finger on why. A lot of times, if you guys believe in this, like, you know, we may have known this person in a previous lifetime and made an agreement to meet up together in this lifetime to help teach each other a lesson about our own soul's evolution and growth. If you guys don't really resonate with that, though, I can see the past life love just talking about this person maybe being an ex or someone from the past. So let's continue. What else should pile one know about their love life this month? We have the waterfall, effortless. We also have crystals, focus. So I feel like with both of these cards coming up, with waterfall coming up, there's this energy of kind of sort of going with the flow a little bit more this month. I think there's this energy of knowing that like when you're with the right person, it should feel, as the card says, effortless. There shouldn't be a lot of resistance. There shouldn't be a lot of grabbing and reaching energetically for someone and them like resisting that or vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's interesting that this is coming up next to these words about soulmate with the grass is greener. It's like you guys, I think, are really pondering this month if this is really the right fit for you, if this is really a vibrational match. I also think that this waterfall is symbolic of you guys sort of going with the flow a little bit more with this situation and not forcing or pushing anything anymore if you have in the past. Because I think that you recognize that there could be better outcomes for you to be had in love. And I definitely see once whatever conversation happens with this person, I definitely see there being like a more relaxed energy of saying, okay, like I'm okay to just be by myself and just, you know, observe from a distance and still have a crush or still care for this person. But ultimately with crystals, it's time for me to focus on myself and focus on, you know, creating the type of love and connection that I ultimately desire, whether it's with this person or not. It's interesting, crystals is coming up here too with the Magician. It's like, I think that toward the end of the month of February, this group, you guys are really stepping into your power. You know, you guys are really learning to trust your intuition with all of these kind of like purpley crystals here. It's making me think of like relaxing a little bit more, not having anxiety over the situation, not worrying so much about what's going to happen in the future, and focusing more on standing in your own power and knowing that you can have the right type of partner for you. You can create that for yourself. You can attract that to you. Versus giving your power up to someone else who may or may not be ready for what it is that you want for whatever reason. So we're just going to pull a few more cards, pile one. I'm going to just go with this Who deck. We're going to see, get some clues about this. Who's this person? Like, what's the most significant person showing up for you in love this month? And then we'll close it out with a card for some advice. So who is this person of significance for pile one this month? We have coming in to nurture and support. Okay, let's see. We have rooster. So this gives you some different years of significance here. Somebody's year of birth potentially. We have honest, energetic, intelligent, flamboyant, flexible, diverse, observant, and confident. So these are all traits that this person may have. Okay, we also have the pig. Different years coming up here as well. Honorable, philanthropic, determined, optimistic, sincere, generous, and sociable. So these are traits of somebody who's coming in this month to help nurture and support. I almost wonder for some of you guys if like this is like your energy or like a friend's energy or something like that. So let's see. For pile number, maybe for some of you a farm is significant because the rooster and the pig are making me think of like a farm. I don't know. All right. So closing out for pile one, let's get some advice for you about your love life this month. We have be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. I mean, what a perfect message to close us out with, group one. That's exactly like what the theme was that we started out with at the beginning of your reading. Like, there's definitely a need for you guys this month to just be yourself with this person, regardless of what you're afraid of. Like, if you're afraid they're going to judge you, if you're afraid that they're going to walk away from you if you tell them the truth about something, you really have to just be you. I feel like that's the lesson here that you're learning through this person and through this connection. You guys also have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. And I feel like that is where we are ending up at the end of the month, where it's like there's this energy of still having love for this person or this situation, but also having love for yourself and working on yourself. I also think for some of you with the romantic feelings being here, this could still be you connecting with this person through the end of the month. But I think that you might be coming at it from a more empowered place versus from a disempowered place where you're not being true to yourself. A more empowered place where you know that you have control over your own life and it's not up to this person what happens. And I think because of that, when you're connecting with them, you're going to find it to be a lot better quality of connection. So Very interesting read, pile one. I would love to hear from you in the comments what's been happening in your love life. Please tell me like what's going on, what aspects of this reading do you feel resonate with your situation. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I post the next reading, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile two, if you guys picked out this strawberry quartz, this is going to be your reading for the month of February. We're going to look at what's ahead for you in your love life. So let's go ahead and jump right in, starting off with your tarot cards. I don't know why I feel like it's crooked. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so starting off, we have the Chariot, Judgment, Justice, and the Lovers. Okay, wow. So pile two, you guys have like a lot of major arcana cards coming up here, which this definitely means to me that like your month ahead in love is pretty major. Like this is pretty major energy for you, major lessons you're learning, major transformations perhaps for some. All right. Just looking at these cards, I do feel like this is a month where a lot of you guys are connecting with someone. We have a lot of images here of like love and physical touch and like care for someone. So starting things off here with the Chariot, I feel like as you guys are going into the month of February in your love life, there's this, like the card says, strong desire. Now, whether this is a desire for someone specific or a desire for a relationship in general, for those of you that are single, like maybe this is just about being really focused on what you desire in love versus a specific person. The Chariot is talking about being very fixated on the end goal and what you deem the prize to be, right? So it's actually a really great place to be in a lot of ways, because when you have standards and when you know what it is that you want, it allows you to like eliminate distractions toward getting there. Now, there are some downsides I'm guided to say to that as well, because, you know, sometimes when we're really infatuated with someone or we're really like focused on someone or focused on what we want a specific outcome to be or how we want something to look for us, we can also miss the details. We can miss red flags, and we can also miss other opportunities that might be a better fit for us if we were open to them. So take that as it resonates. But I feel like though there is this focus that you guys have, I feel with Judgment being here, there is a level of sort of evaluating things from a higher perspective, sort of this energy of how is this person or situation really going to fit in my life? Am I really ready for it? And it almost feels for some of you guys like you're almost welcoming someone back in. Like maybe for some of you, someone is like returning into your life and you're kind of looking at them like, oh, you're back. Like, what are we doing this time? You know what I mean? I could definitely see that being the case for some of you. But, you know, Judgment is about sort of evaluating your life and thinking about your love life, this person, the situation of your love life, whatever it is for you, and asking like, are you really ready to go to the next level? And I do see here with Justice that there is this energy of, I feel, commitment that you guys are thinking a lot about in love life this month. Do you really want to commit to this person? Do you really want a commitment in general? Justice it's official, right? It's like, this is like when we're having a serious commitment with someone. This could have to do with like potentially like getting married or something more like substantial or like legal within your relationship for some of you. For others of you, Justice is talking about lessons too. You know, so like lessons in love, karmic lessons, kind of this energy of what you put out, you're getting back, if that makes sense. I also think it's talking about decision making around this situation. It's interesting to me how like in all of these cards, we have two people kind of in a scene together, but in this card, I see one person by themselves. And so I do think that there is a period of time during the month of February where you guys are sort of taking some time out to really evaluate the facts of the situation and try to take a more impartial perspective on it. Make a really level-headed, balanced choice about what direction you want to move in. And then ultimately at the end of the month with the Lovers, I mean, this is beautiful energy of like a soulmate connection, really being, you know, aligned with someone, mind, body, soul, spirit, all the things. As I was shuffling the deck, the soulmates card popped up. So it definitely feels potentially like for some of you, there's a higher level of commitment with someone significant coming in that you're really, really focused on. So let's continue. What else does pile? Look at this. Reconciliation coming up at the bottom when I'm shuffling. So yeah, it definitely feels like somebody might be popping back up on you for some. All right, so tell me what else is happening for pile 2 in their love life this month. What do they need to know? We have text message. So communication via text. This could be communication that's making you feel really happy with someone. Just looking at that card, this person looks incredibly excited, and you guys know this smile, right? Like when you when you're texting with that person, you know, someone that you're really excited to hear from potentially. Okay, we have travel. Oop. And we have spiritual awakening coming out of the deck as well with legal matters here. So again, there's definitely for some of you guys out there something to do with legal matters. Someone might be traveling to you, or you might be traveling to them. Chariot can be travel as well, like, so that would make a lot of sense. There could be vacation energy coming up for some of you with this person. But I definitely feel with spiritual, yeah, like, hold on, there's a lot of beach energy here. Maybe some of you guys are going to the beach with this person, but either way, I do feel with the spiritual awakening card being here that this is again, it's a major month in love for you where you are really ascending to a higher level of awakening. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. You're understanding the spiritual lesson behind this or the spiritual nature behind this. Let's continue. Listening to your intuition. That's kind of like justice too. It's kind of, judgment. It's kind of like feeling called to rise above to a higher level of awakening. Let's see what else for pile 2 in the month of February. What's happening in their love life? We have protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Let's continue. We also have friendship. This friendship is leading to more. That's so interesting. So maybe you guys are having a realization that somebody that you're friends with is more than friends. There might be a little bit of fear around this as well, you know, as you head into this, because even though it might feel really good, it might feel exciting. You know, it is kind of scary sometimes if you think about like taking someone out of your friendship list and putting them into the love life, because then we could ultimately risk losing a friend if it doesn't work out. But I do think that this is a divinely guided energy. Like it seems very major with these major arcana, like that this, whatever is happening is like supposed to happen. So let's see what else for pile 2. What else does pile 2 need to know about their love life this month? Ooh, we have communion. Let's see what else. Okay, we also have the new moon. Look at this, you guys. There's like so much lovey energy for you this month. I'm so excited for you, group 2. You have to let me know what's been going on and what you think this is about for you. But yeah, I mean, I think that this communion card kind of talks about being able to see kind of like this energy of like we are all one, seeing yourself in someone else, even someone that's different, a being that's different from you. I also feel like this is a person that when you communicate with them, like it's not that you always have to be talking. Like you just understand each other on a spiritual level, on a deep energetic level. You know, it's like that type of person where you can just sit with them and understand how they're feeling in that moment and vice versa. And you don't really have to say anything. You just get each other. But new moons are new beginnings. Makes a lot of sense with this friendship card. So it's like you already have some sort of established type of connection with this person. And now we're moving into a new phase of this connection where it's like, okay, we can see this going to a new, like a higher level of commitment. So new beginning energy and love, pile number 2. This is so exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and see, let's get some traits of who this person potentially is, and then we'll close it out with some advice for you. More watery beach energy. So again, water is lots of emotion, but I also think some of you guys might be like spending time by the water this month or at a beach potentially. All right. Who is this person for pile 2? We have Taurus energy. So this is an earth sign potentially. Dependable, patient, persistent, and stable. Weaknesses, self-indulgent, possessive, and jealous. Let's see what else. You guys also have Cancer energy here. Libra energy and Gemini energy with the tarot cards. We have karmic. Ooh, interesting. Let's get another one. We also have Aries energy, fire energy. So enthusiastic, witty, confident, and honest, impulsive, selfish, and moody. So those are some traits. Karmic, again, just means that like, this could be a person. You guys have justice here, and you also have the legal card here. And so for me, that means that this could be a person who's here to help teach you a lesson about your life or your soul in some way. But it doesn't feel negative to me right now, to be honest. I know that karmic, we sometimes associate this with like, you know, toxic relationships or difficult relationships. But truthfully, the energy that I'm tapping into for you guys really doesn't feel challenging at this point. But it's major. Makes sense though with the spiritual awakening that this person is put on your path to push you into growth, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and get some advice for pile 2. What do they need to know about their love life this month? Advice for pile 2. We have miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So I think just seeing the blessing in the situation, you know, like seeing the blessing in the situation, no matter how long a situation lasts or what ends up happening in the future, you know, with your Chariot energy here, I think this is just about enjoying like the moment and focusing on like the gift that you're getting from this situation, proverbially. Like, what's the blessing? What's the gift? What's the silver lining? You know? I also really feel very light in my heart space right now, like in a really happy way. And I do feel, looking at a lot of your cards, that like this is a month where you guys are really going to be enjoying the moment and just trying to enjoy the experience for what it is in the moment. And it might be hard because I do feel with this Chariot card that this group is very focused on what they want for the future and what they feel would be like a successful connection. But I do think that this person, this connection is being presented to you for a reason. And it's here to bless you with some higher insights into yourself. It doesn't mean it's going to last forever, but it might last a long time. You never know. Everybody's situation is going to be different. But there's a blessing here for you to be recognizing this month. So pile 2, what a beautiful reading. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what aspects of this reading you feel resonate with your love life and what's been going on in your love life. So comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I'll see you there. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys picked out this Amazonite crystal, this is going to be your love reading for the month of February. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards. Starting us off, we have the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, wow. Lots of energy coming through. So Let's see. I feel like starting off this month of February, you guys are in a place where I think you're very open to love. I think that you're wanting to welcome love into your life. I do feel that you're wanting something that's a bit more stable and secure in your love life. And for some of you, I do feel like you're coming into the month maybe already having connected with someone or maybe dating someone. There is an energy of having someone around, whether it's like a higher level of commitment or someone new. It's going to be different for all of you, but there is this energy of like either having or desiring a stable, committed connection in your life. The Four of Wands also talks about home, right? It can talk about our home, our sanctuary. So there could be something for some of you guys this month around like building a home with your partner, or like throwing a party at your home with a partner, a celebration of some sort, even marriage with the Four of Wands. And with the Three of Coins being here, it's this energy of wanting to work and collaborate with each other. Three of Wands is a very like practical, like we're working together as a team. We're coming up with creative solutions and exchanging ideas on like how we want to accomplish our goals together as a couple, or work through anything going on in the relationship. It is interesting though that like in this card, we have a woman here by herself. So it's like, I wonder if for some of you guys, whoever you're connecting with, you guys might be feeling like you're the one that's kind of putting in more of the work or stepping up to the table, wanting to be a little bit more collaborative with this person. And you might be feeling very alone in that for whatever reason. Ultimately, I feel like it's going to lead to like maybe a realization that something within your connection is not as solid as you wanted it to be. And remember, we're starting off here with solid energy, the Four of Wands. Like you guys are desiring stability, I feel, from someone. And I feel like that's the case with the Three of Coins as well. Like Pentacles are stable energy. The Tower is like major change. It's like a shocking realization about something, or it's something happening that really exposes to us where our situation is a little bit deficient, or maybe a lot of it deficient. I think that too, if I remember correctly from this card, the story being depicted here is of somebody who was like abandoned by herself. And so there, again, it's giving this energy of maybe some of you guys feeling like you've been left out in the cold, or that you're doing this alone and it's not working for you for whatever reason, okay? But ending up the month on a positive note with the Ten of Cups, for some of you, I feel that this could be more like familial energy versus romantic energy, because the Ten of Cups does talk about family. It's interesting though, because it's like, if you guys notice, it's like this couple here and they're looking out onto this kind of rocky water. Even though this kind of Ten of Cups is beautiful, like the water is really choppy here, just like in the Tower card. So it's like, I'm almost wondering if there's this energy of focusing on like idealism around this situation versus focusing on like tangibly, how do we fix it? Because regardless of the feelings that you still have for this person, there is something rocky about the situation is what I'm getting here. So this is interesting. Pile 3. I want to continue with some more context here. So for pile number 3, what else do they need to know about their love life this month? What else should pile 3 know about their love life this month? We have regret. Let's continue. We have romantic feelings. And we have house. Yeah, like all these themes keep coming up. We have travel at the bottom. So this person could be at a distance from you as well. I see that ship out there. Like maybe you're feeling alone because somebody is traveling and like not able to be with you. But let's see. I definitely see overwhelmingly, like there is this energy of love being here with the romantic feelings. I feel like that's what's driving this wanting to work through things and wanting to stick things out with this person or this situation. I'm wondering if for some of you there's an issue around home, specifically like a living situation, and sort of an emphasis of these events being centered around that. This is interesting though, because this is like showing me somebody who's like partied a little bit too much last night, had too much to drink. They've been like laying in bed all day trying to recover. There's cold pizza on the nightstand. We've all been there, right? So it's like messy. You know what I mean? It's like messy energy that I feel like you guys know is there beneath the surface. And I feel like it's ultimately going to expose itself in a big way this month. I don't know that it's something that feels totally destructive for this connection, but I think that it's going to surprise you. I think whatever you find out about your person is going to surprise you. And this definitely does not feel like somebody who is single watching this. Maybe some of you are, but whoever you might be connecting with, no matter what level of connection it's at, I do feel that tower is you guys finding something out about them that you're kind of surprised by. For others of you, this could be your energy, but let's see. What's happening in love for pile 3 this month? We have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Ooh. We also have healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. That makes sense with 10 of Cups because that's family energy. So there could be something about like family energy that's impacting the situation too, or you guys spending more time at the end of the month kind of reflecting on the old childhood stuff. That could be where the tower is coming from as well. Like I'm getting abandonment issues here for some of you guys. And it might not be you. It could be your person or just the dynamics of the situation triggering this for you. But with home and the 10 of Cups, there could be some reflection needed here around your upbringing, your childhood, the home that you were raised in. All right, let's continue for pile number 3. We also have here at the bottom of this deck, we have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. The tower is also an awakening. So even though it might feel like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, it's pushing you to realize something, albeit shocking or jarring the way that it comes out. Okay. We have the new moon. We have promise energy here. Beautiful. Let's see. We also have celebration. Yeah, I was kind of getting that there with the 4 of Wands. And you guys have grounding at the bottom. Further confirmation that there's something about your situation that needs to be stabilized this month. There is this energy of new beginnings here. New moons are always new beginnings, an opportunity for a new cycle, a fresh start with something. For some of you, there could be significance to a new moon. I don't know off the top of my head what new moons or when they're happening in the month of February. I know that as I'm pre-recording this, we're about to have a new moon in Aquarius. So maybe something of significance to this situation is happening around the new moon in Aquarius for some of you. But I definitely see here an energy of like, you know, celebration, you know, celebrating something here at the beginning, but also at the end. But there's something that also has to be addressed here in the middle with this situation. So let's take a look. I want to see for pile 3, who is a person of significance that you need to be aware of in your love life? Like, I'm almost wondering for some of you guys if like this is a new person coming in that's going to really trigger you for some reason, and it's going to push you to kind of reflect on your family situation. Like that's kind of a vibe I get here. Okay. So we have the dog. So here's some years of significance here. Loyal, sociable, courageous, diligent, steady, lively, adaptable, honest, and smart. It's year of the dog. Let's see what else. We have, okay, we're going to take both of these. We have Virgo, hardworking, diligent, modest, loyal, or critical, perfectionist, and an overthinker. We also have the rat, intelligent, adaptable, resourceful, quick-witted, charming, artistic, and sociable. Lots of sociable energy coming up with the dancing. This could be a person that likes to go out a lot. We also have Scorpio energy here at the bottom. So let's close it out, pile 3, with just a quick message of advice for you. What does pile 3 need to bear in mind as they navigate this situation in their love life this month? We have the Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. We also have at the bottom of the deck, slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. I feel like that is, I feel like this Union of Hearts is just confirming that whoever this person is, there are romantic feelings here. I see that depicted here in your cards a couple of times, but I don't know. I just feel like whoever you're connecting with, while you might feel really good with them, you might feel like you can really be yourself with them, that you're open to connecting with them. I feel for some reason like this person has some vices or something, or something that's going to make you, there's red flags here a little bit. And I think that's why we have this advice to slow down and allow things to unfold. And I think even with the Tower card coming up, no matter what it is that you realize about this situation or this person, I think don't be reactive to it. Just kind of take pause and allow things to sort of unfold naturally as they will. So we're going to go ahead and end your reading here. Pile 3, please drop me a comment below. Let me know which aspects of the reading you feel resonated the most with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.